Today I'm talking to Mike Tomson, who was a GP in Sheffield, but also did some work with Médecins Sans Frontières. Mike, tell me a little about your contact tracing innovation.
So we set up a program, we started developing it in March. We were initially upset by the withdrawal of contact tracing and responded as many GPs might have done by thinking about setting up a petition and writing a letter. And then we thought, well, is writing a letter all that you can do? Why don't we actually set up a contact tracing scheme? So 6 retired doctors, myself included, set it up, and we trained 6 initial volunteers for a pilot, because as far as we're aware, no one in the UK or in a Western setting has trained volunteers, and training volunteers from the local community has great advantages when it comes to contact tracing, because it's their patch, the people that they are working with are their community. We've heard a lot about community during the COVID crisis, and we wanted to support communities in taking on a way to try and resolve the problems themselves. Their experience has been fascinating. It's a small pilot, so it's only 10 initial cases, but out of those 10, we found a lot of acceptance from the index cases that this was great and worthwhile, and that they were delighted to be contacted. Being involved and linked with a development organisation was incredibly helpful, because it allowed people to have support with their shopping needs or their dog walking needs, because quarantine is not the self-isolation that, not the lockdown we've all experienced. It's much more complicated, and it takes quite a while to persuade people of that. When we came to the contacts, that's harder. Not every contact wanted to be contacted. Not every contact wanted to accept that they were a contact. So certainly there was a mixed response. I think colleagues will be familiar with the pattern of anger and sadness and withdrawal and acceptance that happens with loss of any sort. And asking someone to quarantine for up to 14 days is quite a loss, and a financial loss for many people.
What would your key message be from your experience?
Contact tracing is very difficult, and there is a lot of resistance, and that the things which help with contact tracing are continued contact. And we had our volunteers were contacting both index cases and contacts daily. It's complicated, it needs continuing support. Being local, being engaged with the community made an enormous difference to the success of the contact tracing. Not everyone wants to reply to a random phone number, so people were avoiding answering random phone calls. Particularly the elderly are quite often encouraged not to answer a random phone number.
Today I was talking to Dr. Mike Tomson from Sheffield. Mike, thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure.